Welcome to Hello Port Hueneme. I'm your host Tom Dunn, and today on Citizens Forum we have two guests. Our regular semi-host, I'll call him, City Manager Rod Butler is here. Hello, Rod. Welcome to see you again. It's been a while. Yeah. We've been doing a lot of other things and getting stuff out. And also today we have with us Anna Hanely. Welcome, Anna.
Hi, Tom.
Anna is the, why don't you tell what your title is? It's gotten quite long.
Yeah, it is. It's Community Services and Recreation Programs Manager.
Okay, and you've been here a year or so. I know time flies, and
it does. It's just about a year now.
They don't have a one-year party for you.
They don't.
Although always for the faithful viewers, remember that Anna was here in our police department for 15 years. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you know where
the ranks. So.
You know where the entrances and exits are.
I do. I'm familiar.
Good, good. What we want to do today is to just let you inform the citizens of Port Hueneme what areas that you work on for the city, and just describe a little bit about them and what you're looking forward to working on in the rest of the year.
Of course.
Okay, so let's start off. First is I know the beach is a responsibility of yours, certain aspects of it. Mm-hmm. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do for the beach that so many people, especially this last week, with the 90-degree heat or it was 105 and 10 in the valley. Sure. It's hard to get out of the front gate at Surfside 4. So many cars there, yeah. But it's good, and they stay there till 9 o'clock at night.
Oh, really?
They're not going back into.
That's light so long now.
Yeah, it is, and they're not going to go back in the heat. It might get down to 95 at night. So, anyway, Anna, what do you cover at the beach for the city?
So the primary responsibility that I have at the beach right now is the lifeguard program, and I think we love to affectionately refer to the 4th of July holiday as the Super Bowl of lifeguarding. Yeah. So that was a huge event for our staff, and we up-staffed basically to have 16 people manning all of the towers on the beach to make those public contacts before people are getting in the water, and educating everyone about our specific beach. And so that has been for many months now a primary focus of mine, is investing in the lifeguard program itself and communicating to those staff members that the city recognizes the specific skill set that they've brought to our patrons and to this entity, and that we value what they've done and the service that they're providing. And we're doing that in ways by we're making right some of what may have been overlooked in the past. And it's really just as basic as some things as signs or changing and making an appropriate key and lock system available to all staff, so they have the security measures in place and the controls they need, but to access an employee lockup in staff room. It's standardizing their professional uniform and supplying them with the pieces that make them a recognizable figure out on the beach for all citizens to be able to contact them and make inquiries as needed. It's as basic as providing janitorial services in their employee space again. So it's breaking down and peeling back every single layer of what that division entails, and reinvesting and spending the time and focus it takes to give them help them be part of a quality product. Another huge arm of that is training. Each year we bring on, they call them rookies, I don't know, we have new staff come on, and with that we are members of the United States Life Saving Association. So there is a USLA standard of training in place. And for new incoming staff, that requires a 40-hour training week. So we were able to compile staff to, actually let me back up 1 minute. We, before that, took the time to have professional trainers come in to train our trainers and certify them as Title 22 instructors. And so we have CPR and first aid certified instructors as part of our staff here.
They have some of those kids are pretty young, aren't they, that are in the junior lifeguard and all that, and they have a lot of responsibility.
Lifeguarding is nothing to bat an eye at. These people are completely committed to putting themselves in harm's way to save a member of the public. And they will provide basic first aid and emergency services to people in need under their supervision at the beach. So yes, we're talking about people that can be 17 years of age, but you would never know.
Wow.
I interviewed more than seven, but 7 people that we brought on this year alone, and I couldn't be more proud of how well versed they are in lifeguarding. Most of them have been groomed in this sort of lifeguard culture and have been doing this in the pool environment. And so they usually have brought in some foundational aspects of lifeguarding by way of the pool, but now we're here to train them into ocean lifeguarding. Ocean lifeguarding is an entirely different scenario. And many of our staff have come up through that program, and so they've been groomed specific, and this is something that I think is so valuable also, is specific to our beach environment, which is a south-facing beach, which is different from what you may find in the Ventura Harbor. This is unique because of the port and the jetty and everything that we have here. But we have staff that have basically grown up on this beach and are so dialed in to the nature of this natural environment that it's incredible.
Well, and you are responsible for some of the parks, right?
I am.
Can you tell us what you do there?
Sure. So one of the things in this past year that I've been able to do is liaise with the Port Hueneme Little League. So I'm a point of contact as far as they're concerned, and I'm sure you noticed that a lot of those fields have been rehabbed, and that's done at their expense. And that's another entity that is so invested in producing a high quality place for children of this community to play and learn baseball, which is a fantastic thing that is offered at one of our parks. So it's a highlight and a feature for me to have the ability to liaise with the board of the Port Hueneme Little League. As far as my role would be specific to events that are hosted within our parks. So not necessarily rehab projects, which I think has been such a focus of late, but it's more event-centric. And so I can say that we had our egg extravaganza this year, which was the first time I have been involved in that event, which was, you were there.
Yeah.
I think it was well attended and a blast for kids and parents alike. We had a petting zoo this year, which was a newly featured aspect of that. But for us, it was a kick to see these chickens that are dyed blue and pink and green and have baby goats and, all the like, a tiny pony, a mini farm basically. We basically gave the community access to a farm experience here in one of our parks, and so for me that was a real delight.
Yeah, that was a great event.
Also, would you be handling events for the newly redone tennis courts? Any type of junior tournaments or stuff like that would be.
I was just speaking with Mr. John White. He's one of our residents in Hueneme Bay about coordinating his annual Labor Day tennis tournament. And he has been coordinating reservations through the Holiday Inn Express and making all of the preparations to host a tennis tournament. He reserves courts here and invites regular people to come and participate. So yes, we have a phenomenal regular group of people playing pickleball at our Miranda Park tennis courts. I was just speaking with Mr. Rich Rollins today about repairing some of the tennis nets, and the conversation about permanent pickleball poles has come up. And so these are all things I think that we can look to implement and consider and improve, especially now that the courts have been resurfaced. I mean, it's such a transition to what they were before, and we've got a phenomenal asset in Miranda Park that is newly renovated.
What are you looking forward to working on the rest of the year and going into next year? Anything new coming down the track that you can tell us about?
There's a few things. So I'm involved with REACH, which is a nonprofit organization that funds community events for the city of Port Hueneme. And so there's opportunities, and we're already in the planning stages of the senior holiday luncheon. We meet bi-weekly, and so we already have entertainment lined up, and I have to tell you, it's going to be phenomenal.
It's gotten better every year.
I know.
This year will not fall short. Today we just found a jazz band.
Wow.
It's great. So that's coming, and but through REACH, and I don't know if it would be too premature to speak about some plans we have for movies in the park.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that would be a great thing to talk about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we have a proposal that we'll be presenting to the mayor for final approval as far as rolling out our Movies in the Park series. And so this is a great shift in gears for the recreation department to offer something very community forward. We have a plan for each one of our city parks to offer we're going to have the inflatable screen, and we're going to show a feature film, and that also includes, we're hoping, a specific movie to be shown in the Hueneme Bay community to serve the citizens there that may not be able to have access to leave and attend that type of event in another park. We want to address that need, as well as we are going to host a drive-in movie from our parking lot C at the beach. Yeah. And I'm hoping for a huge draw to that event as well. So that's something that I'm not aware has ever been done before. So I'm very excited to see that come to fruition. I also liaise with the library here in the city, and I'm a member of the Friends of the Library Board, and so we're just now in our initial planning stages of the annual fundraising tea for that, for the library. So that's something else that I'm currently working on to see and hope contribute to making this as a successful event here to serve the community.
Wow, it sounds like you've been doing a lot of work and trying to make things even more fabulous for the friendly city by the sea, and that's what makes it friendly, is all the nice things that we have to offer the citizens here. And anything else coming down the line other than a lot of hard work? And
what we've been focused on is really improving the quality and our relationship with the community. The museum is also a facet of what I'm truly responsible for, but we have incredible staff that is running that so efficiently. I have to, so many names, but Larry Downing, the curator and director of that space, is a phenomenal leader, and he has so many people contributing so much time and effort that it's just a hotbed of activity, and it's offering so many services to this community. And I would encourage everyone to please go to this phenomenal, small but wonderful museum that we have in our town.
Anna, I want to thank you so much for coming down and sharing what you do.
Thank you.
And we will get the lifeguards going.
I can't wait.
And talk to them. And Rod, thank you.
Sure.
And we look forward to seeing you on our next show. And thank you for watching.